Hey guys, so today I want to talk about some of the changes coming to the Fire Gunner build. Basically, Korea have added some additional nerfs to the Fire Gunner. It already got some nerfs in Korea, but now these are some additional ones. Basically, they had a producer letter in Korea talking about all the classes, and one of the ones they really highlighted was the Gunner, of course, because very popular class, a lot of controversy with, how strong it is and everything like that, and their burst and all that. So basically, they're talking about how they felt like they're a little too strong in 6v6 battlegrounds. In the producer letter, they basically said using a load combined with Tombstone doesn't give your opponents much of a chance to respond. And they also stated spamming a load without much thought is not the playstyle they have intended, and they believe it brings a negative experience to players. So personally, I actually have to agree with that, just because if you ever play 6v6 and you run into a geared fire gunner, you instantly get bursted down by them spamming a load, and you literally don't have a chance to respond. That's completely accurate, and a lot of people have been complaining about that on the forums and Reddit and stuff like that, about how strong fire gunners are in 6v6. And that's completely true. That's not a playstyle that should be allowed. You should have time to respond and counterplay and everything like that. I know it's 6v6 is about gear and stuff, but there should be some skill involved. It shouldn't just be like, hey, I'm a fire gunner, let me press F like 10 times and you're dead. So I definitely feel like these are good ideas, and satisfy a lot of 6v6 players for sure. So basically, they're just going to be nerfing Unload a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but just a little bit of a nerf just to tone it down. So Unload right now, it penetrates defense, and basically it generates 8 explosive rounds over 8 seconds. And now they're completely getting rid of the penetrating defense, and now it will generate 5 explosive rounds. So it's 3 less explosive rounds. Again, not like a huge nerf, but it's definitely enough to kind of tone it down a little bit. And I feel like they're doing these little nerfs just because they don't want to hurt the class too much, because all the gunner does is DPS. It doesn't have a party buff or anything like that, or any type of tanking capabilities. You don't have special stuff. So if they tone down their damage too much, they're just going to be a completely useless class. So their damage still always has to be high, but these little nerfs will just make them not so broken and 6v6 and stuff like that. Another thing they're doing is for the Shadow Gunner, they're changing that a little bit. Basically, for their Shadow Gunner Tombstone, it now will generate 50 Dark Light. And basically, another thing that they're doing is they're allowing you to use a Bullet Storm. It's going to be easier time to use it with the changes to the Dark Light for the Shadow Gunner Tombstone. So those changes I'm not too familiar with, because I don't really play Shadow Gunner. I really just like Fire Gunner more. It's just more fun for me. But basically, yeah, they're changing the Shadow Gunner Tombstone a little bit. It's going to generate 50 Dark Light. And basically, they're just saying you'll have an easier time using the Shadow Bullet Storm. So that's kind of interesting. I guess they're just making it more smoother to use and easier to use. So, if you're a Shadow Gunner, you'll probably be happy with that news. I'm pretty sure, in the future, they'll add some more gunner nerfs and stuff like that. Basically, they're just staying in the producer letter. They want the class to be more healthy for the game. And, in an MMORPG, that's a never-ending battle. So we'll have to see some more changes if they do add them. But those are the little nerfs coming to the Fire Gunner build for 6v6. And just overall, some nerfs for them. So that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about this, and thank you guys for watching.